more and more people gearing up their homes with home walls and training stations, I finally decided to get a move on and build my own. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the process of building my at-home self-standing campus board. First of all, I want to thank Adam, one of my managers at the Climate Hangar, who helped me to build this from scratch. There's no way I would have been able to make it myself without his help. We started off with the design of the board. I wanted an overhanging wall on which I could do campus training. So we basically needed two main beams to support the plywood board, on which we'd had the campus rungs and then a frame to support it all. We started by cutting the wood. We used timber to make the structure and then plywood to make the board. The main beams are 2.4 meters long to make the most out of the height of the room it's going to live in, and the supporting beams are 1 meter long. The plywood board is 1.4 meters wide, so I can fit my crash pad comfortably, and 1.25 meters tall, so I can fit campus rungs from 1 to 6. The bottom frame is 1.8 meters long, and because the board is 1.4 meters wide, the frame is 1.4 meters wide as well. After we cut the wood, we sanded it down with a sand belt. We used plates to put the wood together with the idea of being able to adjust the angle two different ways. So that's why we drilled 2 holes on each of the supporting beams. The board can be adjusted to 10 or 20 degrees. When screwing the plates into the wood, we used a square shape on one side and an hexagon shape on the other, so that the screws don't push each other out from one side to the other. It was only when we had screwed in the plates into the wood that we realized we needed to shape the end of the beams so they could rotate whenever we wanted to change the angle. So we had to unscrew the plates and chop a bit off the end. We put them back again, and then we proceeded to cut some more wood for the bottom frame. The crash pad fit as we planned to, so it was only the plywood board that was left to be cut. After this, we only had to screw in the board and the beast would be ready. We took around 3 or 4 hours to put everything together, and after we finished, we dismantled it so I could take it home and put it up again in my flat. We used some old timber that was up for grabs outside the gym. I bought the plywood for £27, the plates, bolts and washers were about 30, and the campus rungs were 47. So the total cost was roughly £104. Obviously, we used tools that we didn't need to buy since they were already in the gym. If you don't have access to any tools, you can always order wood to measure and sand it down with one of these. It'll take ages, but you can get it done anyway. The only tool you definitely need is a drill. Although I'm sure that if you don't have one, you can borrow one easily, or ultimately you can buy one, which is quite convenient to have anyway. I had never done any sort of woodwork like this before, where I have to build something, and it turns out I quite enjoy it. I was kinda thinking to add more plywood to the bottom half and maybe make it into a little climbing wall. I don't know yet. Let me know what you do, whether you keep it as it is or make it into a small climbing wall. If you have any question about the board, or you'd like to know something I haven't covered, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoy the content, please like the video, drop me a comment and subscribe.